You're listening to a Lost in the Groove segment. Having good vibes with your bones and joints. Taking a trip into the groove. American groove into stoner world. Gonna fly. We should hope so. Look at this little fluff monster. Look at this little fluff monster. I don't know what we're doing right now. I think we're doing a podcast.
Oh my god, did you start recording already?
I have no idea. Yes, we did. We started recording. Oh my god. Welcome to American Groove. I'm your host, Dave. Looking like a psycho. Psycho.
You're giving me like Willy Wonka vibes right now.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
you look very Wonka. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know. But welcome to American Groove.
American Groove.
This is the best part of my week, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, going to Cloud 9. Yeah. So listen, y'all, bitches and ticks and Karens. We love y'all. Well, today we're about to get blasted through space and time and kick things off for me. I got this lyrical raw paper coming back to you. Lemonade flavor. Y'all love lemonade flavor paper. Even though I'm not going to eat the shit, I'm going to fucking smoke it. But it's going to be a good trip. What about you, girl, honey? What are you smoking tonight? What are you having? What are you doing?
Skittles. I just have a vape pen.
Ooh.
If anybody would like to give me some, products to show off on this podcast, I could, spotlight your situation and talk about, how great it feels and the benefits of it. I'm a great salesman.
I mean, look
really,
at those.
I'm great at spreading the word about things.
I mean, but look at your sunglasses. Look at your outfit. Look how adorable you look. It's like, this is how you want stoners to be represented. Wearing sunglasses indoors, even though...
Yeah, I don't really know the purpose of it today. I just, right before we started the podcast, I was like, ooh, those sunglasses are really funky, and I want to grab them. We watched Purple Rain, and Prince wears the sunglasses inside. Remember, there's like a scene where he has his sunglasses on inside the bar?
I do remember that. It was a beautiful scene.
What are you smoking?
I am right now smoking, it's made by Raw and Lyrical Lemonade. Sorry for the...
Yeah, but what's inside of it?
It's hard to see. Well, it's...
No, I mean, like, what weed did you put into the roll? Or was it already filled?
Sunburn cannabis. Ground flour, 14 grams.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, my God. Look at that. I, like, ground all the paint off of this vape pen right there. I've never done anything like that. How the fuck did that happen?
What do you mean you ground? What do you mean you ground the paint?
I scraped all the paint off of it.
Honey, I'm blind. These are not prescription. I can't see through these.
Yeah, I know. I can't really see through mine either, but
no, it's not
fun.
practical. It's so fun.
I don't know. I'll probably take them off at some point. But, the funny thing is, like, a lot of people, they just listen to the podcast. They can't even see how silly we look right now. But we do. We look good in a good, it's a silly good.
If it was 1978 and Carissa owned a 1978 Oldsmobile Cutlass, then yes, we would look great right now.
Hey, I had a random thought. You know how I said that, like, me and you are going to have white horses? I was thinking that if I got a white Bronco, we would both have white horses. It's kind of cool, right? It's a random ass thought.
Do you want to make the announcement or you want me to make the announcement?
I mean, go for it, man.
Well, due to recent development, I drive a 2017 Toyota RAV4. and I just wanted something different. And right now, the car market is pretty bad. It's pretty fucking shitty. Like right now, it's bad.
That sounds bad.
And I went to CarMax on Friday. I finished all that shit up when I got home, and I found this beautiful 2011 Ford Mustang, white with like a little bit of decal, like tan interior. It's gorgeous, like with a tan canvas convertible top. And I went for it. I fucking did it.
Well, you
So
said it was like exactly the same amount of money as you're spending right now.
Yeah, plus 1,000. So I have about 3 more years on my loan right now for this car, but it's like over $300 for payments. This 2000, the Mustang, which by the way, her name is Bullseye. So
Yeah, it's a
Bullseye,
horse. It's a white horse.
it's a white horse. Bullseye is 16,000. So with my car when the transfer, so trading them both in, it's 4,000 for the loan. With like the warranty, the insurance, and everything, and the additional amount for the new vehicle. So it's just an additional $1,000 more to have the Mustang. And to me, yes, it's a bad investment, but I get to have a fucking Mustang that's a convertible. Oh my god, fuck yeah!
I
Like
think you drive a lot for work. Like you have to commute quite a bit.
Yes, I do. I commute every single day. I drive in the morning from Fort Lauderdale to Boca here in South Florida, and I do that going back. The problem is that leaving from Fort Lauderdale to Boca, there's a lot of traffic, so it usually can take me over an hour to get to work every single day. Sorry, and also coming back in the evenings. But I think the biggest hassle out of like the whole problem of driving is it sucks. Okay, let's admit it. It sucks. But if you get to be able to have a really cool car or just have something that can give you in that enjoyment, the thing is like things are gonna fucking suck. They are. They're gonna be bad and shitty. But I believe that sometimes you can enhance things in your life.
Make them better, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a car guy too, so
I
like,
love cars. I
yeah,
love cars.
I feel like you've made there's nothing wrong with a RAV4, but I feel like as a car guy, you've made kind of a sacrifice not having like the car that you want for like a while. Like for me, I'm just grateful to have the vehicle that I have no matter what it is, but I would like to get, some type of white horse eventually.
We can name her Pony.
I don't know what I would name my white horse. I'd have to like come up with something. But
Something
Bullseye, you said,
creative.
was from Toy Story.
Yeah, so I named mine after Bullseye from Toy Story 2. He was one of my favorite characters in the movie because he was just so whimsical and funny. I don't think he spoke, if I'm not mistaken. He was just very cute, and he kind of like talked to you with like looks. He would pick up his hands, like his fake fabric hands, and like go, or like, or something stupid like that. That's what Bullseye did. It was just something quirky, fun. You knew it was gonna be like a ride, and he's also technically a horse. So I said, I am naming. If I'm gonna get a Mustang, I'm naming that thing fucking Bullseye.
I think that's really cute. Yeah, I remember he's just like a lovable little like playful horse. I really really liked playing with like horses when I was a kid. Like people talk about like Barbies, and like Barbies this and Barbies that, but like we had like toy horses and we used to play with those a lot, and they had like big long manes and like their long tails, and we would like always like brush the hair and like put it in different styles and braids and curls and ribbons and things. And I like the horses. I kind of think that was like, people used to have dolls and horses, and it just kind of like ran out of style. And you know, I mean, now the Barbies have like toy cars.
Yeah, well, now they have, you know.
What's that?
I'm afraid to talk. I'm afraid to be canceled. No, I'm kidding. No,
What are we hinting at here?
the new Barbie movie. Come on, girl. It's gonna be like fucking dope as shit.
I
And I
guess
like.
it's in July, and you what?
I just can't wait for it. I'm just like, this is gonna be like just a massive F bomb.
I wonder if it's actually as good as people say it is.
Probably not. It's probably gonna suck, but it's good to believe it's not.
I don't really know. It's like they like drop Barbie into like the real world or something. Nobody really knows what the fuck it's about. But it looks cool. But they keep talking about this like paint shortage. They're like they use so much pink paint in the movie that there's no pink paint. There's like a shortage of like pink paint. And I kind of think it's just like a publicity stunt.
Yeah, because printing pink these days has become a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible than it was even 20 years ago. So it doesn't really make any sense.
No, it's like paint. Like they said that they use so much pink paint on everything on the set that.
So don't use so much fucking pink paint. It's like, bro, then just CGI in the shit. Like no one's telling you to use all that paint. You know what I mean? It's just this stupid prop. I don't know what they call that shit, but I just feel like
they're like making up something that makes people talk about it, like the same way that we are right now. Which like, yeah, everything Barbie was like pink. Everything was pink. Sometimes things were like a teal
black,
blue or like
white,
purple, but that was it. It's
silver,
like
gold.
hardly. I don't know. Yeah, Barbie movie looks good. I think it'd be fun to like get a group of people together and like go to it. I don't know. I feel like there was some other movie that I want to see.
What other movie do you want to see? You can look up the movies that are available now. If you just give me a second, I can actually Google this.
Well, there's gonna be an Indiana Jones movie. I'd like to go to that. And I didn't get to see the Mario movie or the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Whoa, almost. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him. I don't know. But there was something else that people were going to recently, and I really wanted to go. I don't know. My parents just went to About My Father. They said it was really funny. It's the new Robert De Niro movie.
Robert De Niro.
You know he's having another kid at like 80 something.
Robert De Niro?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Can you imagine like Robert De Niro will be like, well, there's probably other celebrities, but that can have his, you know, his like next of kin be like 40 years difference to his first kid. Just think about this, because like Robert De Niro had kids like over 40 years ago.
He might have grandchildren that are older than this kid.
Yeah.
Come on, Louie.
He might have great grandchildren that are older than this kid.
I mean, it's possible. He's 79 years old.
God bless him. He's a legend.
Yeah.
He made me fuck it. You know, he made me like know how to shit in my pants like a man. Okay.
He has 7 children.
7. You know.
And I heard, huh? Come here. Come on, Louie. Louis is barking. Louis is the director of the podcast, and he's trying to get my attention. Here, David, I have to mess with Louis for a second. Come on.
Sure. So basically, I'm going to talk bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to talk bullshit now for a couple of minutes because this is what I do to continue the flow and the conversing. Even though, no, all seriousness though, I want to talk about this for a sec because we were talking about this. You brought up this insane story of Sinbad and this creepy old man that like has his like dick and fucking balls just like smushed against like fucking Sinbad, the back of his head, you know, and his like legs are like
I never
around
thought about that part.
Yeah, but like his dick is just in Sinbad's neck. You know, it's like morphed into
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
didn't
like
think about that
morphic.
part.
It's fucking morphic, girl.
I
Dick.
never thought about it. I don't know.
Morphed.
It's like if we're gonna talk about it on the podcast, I have to be like more like factual because
Who
like when I
fucking
tell you,
cares?
I just kind of like go out of nowhere. But I want to know when the Sinbad story was written.
I
When
don't know the name.
was
You sent me
Sinbad written? Okay, so yeah, I'm not that far off between the 800s and 1400s. So earlier when I was like, just trying to like paraphrase and I was like, dude, it was in like, the year 700 and you were like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like old like the Bible." It's an old ass book. What it is it's Arabian Nights, so it's the same big ass book that Aladdin is from. So it's kind of like the Brothers Grimm, like the English type book with all the nursery rhymes.
but it
I
is
can't.
Middle Eastern version. These
Well, yeah, I mean
spicy.
it's their culture. It was, like the books of that culture, the stories that families would pass down and families would tell to their children and, all kinds of different things like that. And there's a lot of like meanings behind all the different stories and stuff like that. But I remember I met a woman, maybe a client or something like that.
Do you
Maybe
not want
like,
to touch base on this insane story of the
no, I
creepy man?
will. I'm just kind of like explaining where it comes
Okay.
from. But
Okay.
I remember
All right.
I met a woman or like a client that had mentioned to me, I always like, what are you reading? Like people who say that they read a lot. Like I'm always like, well, what is it? Like, like what's got your attention? This woman told me, like that she had read the real story of Aladdin, like the actual like text that the book was based, I mean the Disney movie was based off of. And I've read the real story of Aladdin too, and it is quite different. And then like my parents, when I brought this up to them, they said that in the 70s people used to do plays of Aladdin. Aladdin was like a regular stage play that would happen. So you could go down to the theater, and you'd see like the show of Aladdin. And so my parents knew, the whole story of like the palace disappearing and like reappearing and like all these, like strange things or whatever that are actually in the real story of Aladdin, but not ever mentioned in the Disney movie. I don't really understand how they created the actual script of the Disney movie because half that shit never even happens in the real story. But there's just this giant book. I think it's called like 1001 Nights or something. It's Arabian Nights. And it's just got all these different stories in it. And when I was a kid, my grandfather used to watch this really old TV show that was probably filmed like in the 70s or who knows. And it was called
Really old.
the Seven Voyages of Sinbad.
Yeah. Came out in the late
Yeah,
70s.
it was old and he liked it, and I liked it too. And there were a lot of things that my grandpa watched that like I could not keep up with. Like it was just too boring. So I always really liked the Sinbad thing. And then when we used to go to Universal, they had a Sinbad show. So it was like a stage show and like Sinbad would like fight off everybody and like whatever else. So when I
Watch
got
that.
the Arabian Nights book, I noticed that there was like a 7 chapter, 7 section book and it said Sinbad. And I was like, I know what that is. Like I was like, holy shit. So I read these 7 stories and I found them very inspiring. And I took them to heart like very deeply. And I related the stories to my life, all 7 of them. Sinbad goes through 7 journeys of losing absolutely everything and then getting it all back. and then he gets back to safety and kind of feels like he wants to risk it all again. And then he loses everything and then he gets it all back. So I kind of found it, I connected with it a lot because at the time that I read it, I felt like I had lost everything. And I think I could still kind of feel that way. But I went through a lot of loss and I went through a lot of like shitty feelings. And I really put a lot into that book, a lot of my feelings into that book when I read it. And it made me feel stronger. Like I felt like Sinbad went through this terrible thing and then he like figured his way out. And Sinbad doesn't always figure everything out with strength. He figures things out with like cleverness. Like he can like get himself like out of a situation. Just with like using his mind instead of like blunt force or whatever. So David was saying that he felt like there was this like weight on his shoulders and he was just like, oh, I just feel heavy, like I feel like it's like on my shoulders. A lot of people who remember all the Sinbad stories don't really like remember this one, but Louis just like staring at me, he's like so upset.
He's
And
like,
it's like,
bitch, if you don't like fucking play with me in 2 seconds, I will I will smack you. I will scratch. My cuteness will not control me anymore.
hi baby.
So
There's one, yeah, go on.
that is how Louis sounds all the time.
That snort, I'm glad they got like a
Yeah.
really good one. I was trying to get
Mm-hmm.
more, but you guys got one. It was good.
He's so
um
fucking tiny. Can you pick him up again? Just pick him up for a second.
I'm not gonna disturb him because like honestly it's so hard to get him to lay down like this. Like he
Okay.
just wants, it's like he has ADD, or ADHD or whatever.
I think it's
I don't
both
know.
now. I think we have to be inclusive, remember?
Yeah, sure, I don't really
We have to be
know, but
inclusive.
that they're telling all these people that they have ADD as adults, and people just want to take drugs, so like what people don't realize is that the pharmacy companies pay the doctors to suggest prescriptions to you. So, like, don't believe them when they tell you that you have ADD. It could be true sometimes, but like most of the time, they're just trying to get you to take medicine. And there's a lot of health risks that come along with taking those medicines. You should look into it before you just agree to take something because it sounds like it would fix all your problems. Anyways, the story of Sinbad is one of my favorites. Is this little old, what, David? What the fuck is that?
What?
What? I thought you wanted me to tell it.
No, I'm listening to it. I'm thinking.
Mm. David's talking about like, I was just saying that you seem. I mean, I am too. I'm a little bit more like down than I usually am. I just feel a little
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I was on my computer was when I took my final.
Damn. That was some heavy shit.
Well, it's been a while since I opened up my computer, but like, yeah, I finished up the semester and I don't have school anymore, which is really nice. You'd think that this would have been like a nice week, but it was not a nice week. It was very stressful.
Well, because Carissa had a tooth surgery that was done.
Yeah, I
Right?
had a tooth surgery.
Mm-hmm. So the
It
tooth
was
basically was
terrible.
taken out. Yeah.
I had a tooth surgery. I have stitches in my mouth. I am so tired of babying my mouth that finally today I decided that I don't care about how much it hurts. I'm just going to do what makes me happy, which is talking to people and talking on the podcast. And I iced my mouth right before the podcast and I was like, you know what, we can do this. And because I want to, because I'm like tired of not interacting with people, and I'm tired of not being able to do anything, and like it's just I feel like that part is really wearing on me too. And then I can take more pain medicine and I can put more ice on once we're done and it's fucking fine, you know? But like, yeah, it's been a really, really painful week. And like, I forgot how much pain affects like myself emotionally, you know, like that it kind of gets me worked up. It does. Like
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah. I mean, I
it
had
does.
a big sister who used to kind of like hurt me, you know? So like physical pain for me is like very like ah! Like I get like, you know, I feel like a child or something. It's really strange. So
Well, I didn't really grow up around siblings. I mean, I had my two siblings I grew up with was my sister and my brother Mac, which you know. For me, I feel that I kind of raised myself with the help and support of people that was around me at the time. You know, in high school or family. I I feel that it is important to be aware of the different skills and things you pick up from the people that are in your life around you that sometimes are your inspiration. Sometimes they're the backbone to a problem you have a hard time fixing. It's all about being smart, you know, and having that proper communication with that other person. I don't know, like I think that's something that's really important, you know? For
what,
me,
communicating with people?
more than that though, it's when you as an individual, okay, I'll give this as a great example. Take this. You go to a Starbucks. You know what make it even better than this? Let's say you go to a McDonald's and you go through the drive-through and you talk to the person to place your order for your food. That interaction with that person is just, you know, minuscule. I mean, you're just ordering food and then you go to this person, you give them their money, you say hello, how are you, goodbye. They give you back your credit card or whatever, your cash and change, and then you go pick up your food from this other person. You say, all right, thank you so much. Take your food and you're on your merry way. It all seems so simple, and it is. But sorry, somebody is calling me that really needs to stop calling me, and it's fucking pissing me off right now. It's
Who is
like,
it? Oh my god. Maybe you don't want to
hold
say who
on.
it is on the podcast.
No, I'm not because I'm going to respect people's.
I want you to tell me though. I want to know.
No, we can
Type
do
it.
this
Type it. Type it. Show me.
Okay, no, we'll do this. We'll do this afterwards. But I was
I'm
trying
not a
to.
toxic friend.
You're definitely not a fucking toxic friend. Absolutely not. I don't even remember what I was trying. No, I do remember what I was talking about. I was talking about on how it's a it's a different it's a different type of connection. It's where you realize you need to interact with people in a way to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah.
Okay, you cannot go to the grocery store. I don't care about this fucking AI and new artificial intelligence and self checkouts. You need people working in these stores so that they can operate for you to go ahead and purchase into them. You need human interaction. You need human connection to be able
I
to.
think I think I think that like I don't know, like today when I was at the store,
Damn,
like you know, at the Sephora, there's like a
damn.
section. What?
I'm just adding special effects. We don't have a machine
I
yet, so I'm adding them.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you, and the way that I'm relating is like whenever I worked in retail, like there'd be like an area of the store that's like empty with like no one working in it, and like, no one touches those shelves, no one moves anything around, like, like whatever, and like no one buys anything over there. And it's like I realized, like, when I worked at the store, like if I like wiped everything off of those shelves and like, just like rearranged all of it, all of a sudden people would be like over there buying shit. And I mean, me as like a little hippie, I was thinking like, oh, I put energy into this area and now there's like energy in it. And people are like drawn to that energy, and it kind of made sense to me. I don't know what it is, but when there's people around, people gravitate towards it. So like I can't understand how you would have like amazing sales in a place that's like all AI with no humans, because like I feel like, I mean, unless the energy is coming from the other people that are also shopping, I mean, that kind of works, but like I just I don't know, I've been inside of the Amazon Fresh stores where you just, like, scan your phone and you go in, you get everything, and then you walk out and you scan your phone again. Like, and I kinda like it to an extent because it feels really fast.
It's
Like, I
convenient.
feel it does, I don't know, it doesn't feel like I have to go through a gate to, like, get out of there. Like, I feel like I can just leave whenever I want, I just walk
They'll
through the
still
door.
charge you. They'll still charge you for everything
Yeah.
that you have in your hand.
Oh, 100%, and I always look at it like, "How strange is this?" But, like, it is interesting. I think the one thing they need to fix is that I need to see the receipt when I'm in the parking lot, because like, I don't get my receipt for, like, 35 minutes, and it's like, I need to see the receipt. But then they were like, if there's anything wrong with the receipt, you just contact Amazon, and they'll fix it. So it's like it's not a big deal if the receipt or the purchases are like incorrect. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought it was like, I don't totally hate it, you know?
Look, I love technology. I love the advancement of technology, and I'm open to new ideas and new possibilities. Now, at the same time, I think we all need to agree. I personally feel that we need human interaction. It's great to have artificial intelligence help us as a tool, but not replace us. And
Well,
the
humans need each other to survive, like that
correct.
collaboration. Like we
Yes.
all have different things to provide, and that's like why we need each other, cuz I mean it's proven in like evolution and like everything that like people need each other, you know? So I just kind of feel like it's obvious that we need each other, and that it might even be possible that the reason that there's so much suffering is that we're so separated from each other. I mean, I
I don't
I
even think I don't think it's
I'm guilty.
separation though. I don't think it's separation. I think it's isolation.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think it's more towards see this is the illusion, right? The illusion is this new term. I mean, it's not a new term, it's an old term. Inclusion. Okay? Inclusion now is a very dirty term, and it's a very dangerous term, depending on how you use it. And the reason is that it's being pushed as like an opinion. Like you're forcing it on somebody, but it's just an opinion, you know? Just one
What
idea.
what is just an opinion?
Meaning that it's just one idea of many. See, the thing is, if you only look at one and you never look at multiple, you never can have a different perspective. You never can be
Okay,
able to
yeah.
how how could you be understanding of of like fuck.
It's like trying to like know that like not
Sorry.
okay, the way that you see things isn't the only way that it is.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, I don't know. I think if people want to try to understand us, I guess what we're saying is that like you can only see what you can see, you know? And it's like you can learn all
Damn.
kinds of things and people can teach you stuff and show you different perspectives. I mean, I learned a shit ton of things I'd never seen and learned things from other perspectives, but I feel like if you don't ask questions, you know, you're not curious, you're not going to find out anything about other perspectives. A lot of people are totally closed off to other people's perspectives. They don't want anything, you know. They don't want to hear anything. I don't know what maybe it like challenges their reality, right? I'm not sure what's so threatening about the way that a person is seeing things, you know, being only the way they see it. I'm not sure what happens inside of a person where they start saying, you know, no, this is the way it is, instead of just like, this is the part that I'm experiencing from what's going on around me.
It's getting clarity. It's getting more than clarity. It's being able to have a closer look at the horizon. See, the issue is when take a camera, for example, you have a lens and you have different types of frames and you can position the camera in different places. It's not about finding the right ingredients to make the right photo. It's finding the right place to make that photograph. All again, like clarity is just being able to stabilize yourself and see what's right in front of you, right now.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I have a lot of clarity in my downest moments. You know, like I can see how shitty everything is. I don't know. I mean, just like, you know what I mean? Like, I just sometimes, like, I'm just like seeing too much of what sucks and what's going on around me. Like, I'm just, I don't know. Like I said, you know, like I took a lot of, I didn't smoke pot for like quite a few days. And I'm still really not smoking. I'll take like the tiniest little like bit every once in a while because I'm quite afraid of my mouth. I just don't know if it's like ready
Smoke a
for it or
fucking
not.
joint, girl.
No, I'm not
Smoke
going
a
to.
joint.
I'm a
Smoke a
responsible
joint.
person and I
Fuck that
can
shit.
take care of my
Fuck
mouth. It's
responsibility.
fine. But like I told you, I was listening to that Pete Davidson stand up and he was like, I've been trying to smoke, you know, like less weed. And he was like, you know, for people in the first row, you can see that it's not working out very well. And so he said he's been trying to smoke like less weed. And he just said that, you know, like he's like, you ever like not smoke pot? He's like, it's crazy. He's like, you have like feelings, you know. He's like, you got feelings. And he was like, something will happen and you'll be like,
Feelings. Feelings.
and he goes, something will happen and you'll be like, I don't like that. As
Whoa.
compared, he says, I don't like that. As compared to, it is what it is.
Man, like it is what it is.
And
Just
it's
don't
true.
look at my pants right now. They're kind of wet.
I'm gonna let you recover that one.
No. Uh-uh. No.
You stole the show. It's yours now. Go on.
No!
What's wrong with your pants?
No. Oh my god, did you not understand the joke? His pants is wet, honey. Why is his pants wet? Think.
Who are we talking about? Whose
I don't
pants are wet?
know.
I know, I'm very confused myself.
I'm very confused now too. I want to like reverse this and go back and be like, did we not understand?
No,
Damn, we really.
I mean, all of a sudden you just started talking about pants being wet, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I was making a dirty joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in, like, my own, like, weird stony I didn't catch your dirty joke, basically, is what just happened.
Damn. Yep. We went down this door and it was like, oh my god, what's going on, Dave? And it's like, oh. Oh, okay. Cool, bro. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool. I'm not very talkish right now. Like, I don't know. It's just I'm in this zone where I feel heavy, you know?
That's what you
Heavy.
said. You feel
Yeah.
heavy.
Probably a lot of the marijuana. I mean, it was pretty good weed. It does its job the way it's supposed to.
Did you hear my dog?
Yes.
Yeah, he just did, like, a really big, like, sigh, like a pug
Yeah.
sigh.
Yeah, that was Louis' way of saying that we're boring as fuck right now. And if we don't like pick up our shit in like 5 minutes, he's gonna like.
I don't know, I think he's really relaxed, like, I think it just means that, like, he's finally adjusted. I mean, you know, Lost in the Groove can be a relaxing situation too, it doesn't have to be, like,
Oh.
chaos, you know?
Yeah.
It can be kinda, like, relaxing and comforting, that's fine.
Yeah. It could be relaxing, for sure. Very therapeutic, for
Yeah,
sure.
why not? Why not? Why not?
No, 100%. I mean, we could, we could get a barn or, a nice 100-acre plot in the middle of the South.
Sound
And
sounds like isolation.
no, 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 no. We'll get people to gather in, Alabama, and
Mm.
we'll create our own cult. We'll call
Hey,
it
I was
the
gonna say.
Lost in the Groove cult. Okay, we're gonna be taking petitions and getting papers ready. If anybody wants to join, it's gonna be fucking dope. Just wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, cults are fascinating, and I think
Yep.
that the reason why cults are so fascinating is because I think everybody kinda wants to join one, like, somewhere inside,
Well, they make
you know,
money.
like
That's why they make a lot of
well,
money.
yeah, no, but I mean, like, everybody likes to watch, like, the cult, like, shows, like, it's kind of fascinating to, like, everyone, like, we all like
Hmm.
watching these TV shows that are, like, documentaries about cults, like, it's just, like, blows us away, and I
Okay.
think that
This is my ultimate goal. What if the one of the rules of being a part of the Lost in the Groove cult is you have to buy a Pluto hat from like Disney World. Like Pluto from Disney. Like Pluto, like Mickey Mouse's dog.
I wonder how
With the
Disney would
ears.
respond to that if,
I'd
like,
be
we
like,
created a cult and the whole cult was just people wearing Pluto hats. I just wonder, like, if
yes.
Disney would, like, what they would do, you know?
I make a few changes though. Make a few changes.
What are you gonna do to it?
Let's put a Lost in the Groove sticker on it.
Oh, that's not too much
Yeah.
of a change, you just put a sticker on top of the hat. No, I think if, like, we had a fan base and they all wore Pluto hats and that became, like, the signature of, like, our fans is that they had on Pluto hats.
Pluto
And
hats.
then what if we became, like, so popular that, like, you know, Disney started to get, like, irritated with, like, the fact
Yeah.
that, like, all of our fans had on Pluto hats, but it's like it it wouldn't be I mean, it's they have the right to wear a Pluto hat, you know?
We do. We have the right to wear a fucking Pluto hat if we shall choose.
Yeah, so like I don't think that Disney could stop our fan base from wearing Pluto hats.
But it's just a really cool thing that is kind of a trademark for. We like to dream a lot. I like to dream a lot. I mean, you like to dream a lot too. And I love that shit because it's like you're able to open yourself up to this part of yourself that is creative, imaginative, just fabulous.
What, me specifically?
No, it's just it puts me in a zone. That you were talking about this, how like my mood shifts, and changes. I call them zones. Like I have different zones.
Yeah, I've said I felt like you were in like a different mood than you usually are.
Mm-hmm. It could be a
But
bitch. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going through like weird transitions right now.
Careful with your words. I'm
You're
kidding. I'm
terrible.
kidding. I'm terrible.
I mean, the word
Hello.
transition, you know. My therapist always used to call things transitional objects.
Whoa. Was she gay?
No. She I remember a couple times I told her I was gay and she like wouldn't listen to it. I don't know. I'm like
Damn.
really not sure what that's about, but she was like, like she just like wouldn't acknowledge it. And then she just like talk about something else or like we just like move right past it or like it was as if it didn't matter. Like okay, so what if you are? Like let's talk about you, which is really interesting. But I don't know. I feel like I spent some time like not smoking and I got like really, really sad yesterday and I finally like took a drag. But I didn't smoke for a long time and I started to get just like sad. Like I felt like trapped and I was really, really upset and I felt like hopeless and like just felt so shitty. And Dave was like, Carissa, you need to smoke. And I was like,
You
no,
need to
Dave.
smoke. You need to fucking smoke. With that note, we're gonna take a short break. And
What?
we're gonna
Just
be
let me
right
tell my
back.
story.
Can you tell your? That's why I want to do this. Let's take a short break, and then we'll come back and we'll tell your story. Okay? All right.
We
We'll be right
only
back.
have like 10 more minutes.
We'll be right back.
Why?
And it's you were kind of explaining to me how it made you feel. Like
I was
I remember just the way that you were feeling. You felt hopeless.
I think hopeless is a good word for it. I can get pretty dramatic sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, but it's okay.
Well, I care about myself, to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
So like when things don't go well for me or when I don't know how to help myself, yeah, it feels like a lot of panic, like feels like the end of the world sometimes. Yeah.
It does, and it kind of makes you just. It's the fear. It's just that constant fear on your shoulders.
Well, I'm just tired too. I mean, aren't you? And so
Yes, I
it's
am.
like I need to I need to pull things off so that I can rest cuz otherwise I need to just keep fucking hitting it hardcore, especially when you fail. It's like failure doesn't get me any closer to the rest that I need. And so it can get kind of frustrating. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's so hard to be able to get out of your shell, like being able to just my mom was telling me this today. I asked her, I said how she's been feeling because, sorry. When it comes to alternative healing, the most important thing is remembering like it's not an ultimate cure. There there is those benefits, but what I saw last night, I don't know, I'm just telling you from what I saw. It showed me that when you're sober, when you're not high, you see the world a totally different way. Totally different way.
Well,
Bec-
I mean,
yeah.
I still get like that when I'm high, so I can't say
Oh
that
yeah. Sometimes.
like being sober for too long is the problem because like, I feel like sometimes I can smoke or not smoke and it doesn't really make a difference with my emotional level.
Right.
But what I was saying is that I didn't smoke for like over a week and I couldn't, like I said, I could feel a lot and it got kind of uncomfortable, especially towards the end there. And I was just focusing on the end of the road, the wall that I had hit. I was just so focused on trying to improve my situation that I couldn't take my mind off of it. Like I want so much better for myself and I just couldn't stop thinking about how to get better for myself. And it was driving me nuts thinking about how upset I am about the state of things and just stuff. And then you were like, honey, you need to smoke. And I was like, you know what? Okay, yeah, cool. But like, there's a part of me that's a little upset about the fact that like I'm the one making myself tolerate how shitty everything is. Like, like it's
I
like
don't
why
think
do
you need to.
people deserve that from me, you
I
know?
don't think you need to. I don't think you need to fucking put yourself through the punishment and torture of experiencing that just for, you know, social experiments reason, whatever the case
I
may
don't
be.
know. It makes me angry that I blind myself to how shitty things are just to get by. Like I was not happy with
Most
that.
people do that, honey. Most people do that. That is a reality, though. I feel
Yeah.
like we need to blind shit out because guess what? I want to be able to enjoy my life sometimes. It's too fucking difficult, okay, to deal with the shit that's going on. Sometimes I just I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. So, I don't care.
Yeah, there was something that made me afraid of not being as aware of how shitty, how frustrating, the disrespect, the like why should I have to just smoke and grin and bear it? Like I'm fucking tired of being treated shitty. Like I'm done with it. Like I deserve some respect in my life, and I'm tired of it and it's not really going to change. Nobody's going to do anything. And people say that bullshit like, "Oh, people can only treat you as bad as you let them treat you." Sometimes I don't have a fucking choice. Like, who says that? Like, people who have enough money to go wherever they want and do whatever they want all the time? Because, like, I can't. I have to be around people who don't respect my boundaries, you know?
Exactly.
I don't get to choose. I don't
No, you
know.
don't. But it's all about It's all about creating that balance with that person. Again, we talk about this so much times. It's not even about like connectivity or asking for respect. It's more of asking, can we like vibe? Can we like connect? You know,
Hmm.
that
Yeah, it's an idea. I think that's kind of a cool thought.
I
Like,
think it's more than an idea. I think like that it is reality though.
I forget about shit like that because I'm so used to everybody not wanting to work with you, that like I forget that people even want to be good people to one another sometimes. Like, I do, honestly. I forget that anyone is actually going to be nice to me. Like, or that anybody's going to actually respect me or respect my boundaries at all. I almost pretty much always go into everything thinking I need to protect myself. People are going to treat me like shit. That's pretty much my outlook on stuff, is that like I need to watch out for all these terrible abusive people in my world.
I don't agree with you.
Good for you. But I mean, that's another thing for you to consider, is that a lot of people live in a world where everybody's just trying to hurt them. Everybody's just trying
Well,
to get something from them, you know?
I think that is can be very abusive to oneself. It can be very negative in many aspects because you never can be able to open yourself up to other people. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm not. But the issue is if everybody is the enemy, then nobody can be your friend. There's no equal
Yeah, I mean,
boundary,
I don't have a lot of friends. Yeah. And honestly, a lot of my friends hurt me like really, really badly. So, you
right?
know, yeah.
Well,
I don't
sometimes we
really
make
trust people. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
get that, but the thing is you can't say that because you're going to have people that are going to hurt you in your life sometimes. Maybe it's a good idea to look at possibly a different friend or maybe somebody else that you would want to interact with that doesn't have those type of qualities. There's always ways of making your life, excuse me, making your
It
life.
was Louis.
No, that actually was me, not
No, it
Louis
was
this
Louis.
time.
Louis.
Oh, okay. It gives
Podcast, eh?
oi. I think I think I think I think we reached that time. I think we reached that time. Did we reach that time? Did we reach that time?
Is that a question?
Yes, I'm singing the question. Did you reach that time?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I could talk. I can just talk. Like, I don't
Talk
know.
and
There's
walk.
nothing wrong with it.
Talk and
Yeah.
walk.
I've
Okay.
got plenty to say. I mean,
Damn.
I've been isolated in this apartment for like a while. And then,
Solitary confinement, ladies and gents, and non
do you
binaries.
remember that I told you yesterday I was having like the worst fucking day ever? It
Yes.
was just, yeah. And probably 20 people asked me how I'm doing. And to every single
Yes.
one of them, I had to say, great,
Right. Because you
you
have to
know,
promote positivity amongst.
in the workplace. I mean, that's what they pay
Yes.
me for.
Correct. To be
And nobody's
nice and
there.
happy. No.
No one came into
No.
my business to see how I'm doing, you
No.
know. There is something that bothers me about how people just like say like, how are you? How are you? And like it doesn't
Right.
really matter.
Small talk. See, small talk is weird because it's very artificial, just like artificial sweetener in Diet Pepsi and Coke. And it's just a weird, I don't know. And then you have people that are more genuine, like their small talk is more genuine, but then it's kind of odd.
Yeah, it can
But
be uncomfortable sometimes.
yeah. You know, like for example, you can say, "Oh wow, look at this nice bathroom," and then I can be like, "Damn, can you imagine the fucking turd shit sizes in that fucking toilet? You know, that's like been in that, bro. See, you see what's going on? Like that's kind of gross and kind of nasty, you know." And then like you're talking about this bathroom.
Okay, great analogy.
Great
Okay.
analogy.
Okay.
Mm.
There was this
Mm-hmm.
there was a what is it? What would he be? A yogi, a spiritual leader, and one of the things that he always used to say was, "You don't go to the bathroom in the living room, you know, you go to the bathroom in the bathroom." So like basically like you don't bring your personal stuff like out, you know, like those things are private. Does that not make sense to you? Like it's
No,
like
no,
why?
I
I
don't
mean, it's
know.
just people don't talk
It's like,
about things that are actually important during small talk because small talk is more like living room talk. You know, it's like it's out
okay,
in the
you
open.
want another,
But
you want
then
another.
personal things like relationship things, inner things,
Okay,
that kind of
okay,
stuff is more like,
okay,
you know, private.
okay. You want to know a great example? Okay, let's just say this example. You have this person that goes and looks at televisions, okay, in a Walmart, right? Sees another
This
person looking
person,
at this person, person A. Now, person B is looking at the same television. So, person A says to person B, what do you think about this TV? So, it's just small talk, you know, hey, how are you? What are your thoughts? La, la, la. And that other person responds, well, this TV is great for like all types of media and, you know, other stuff. Okay. Is that another great
that's
analogy?
that's all types of media. There's no other stuff. Other stuff would fall under all types of media. No,
I
I don't
can't.
get what you're saying.
Okay. I give up. I think I give up.
Why don't you just tell me again?
I don't want to. It's hard to explain.
Oh my god, do you know how much effort I go through explaining, like trying to like actually like put a strange thought into a word so that someone else can like understand it, like specifically you? Like I think that can be kind of fun, like trying to figure out like how do I word this so that you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, that's communication. That shit's important. Okay, Dave is like done.
Yeah, I'm just like
This is super weird. I don't know what's
no.
going on.
Well,
Dave won't
listen.
open up.
Uh, it's just been a weird. It's just honestly been a weird weekend, and
I
it's
don't know. You didn't tell me anything about what made your weekend so weird.
that what made my weekend. It's just weird. It's like I just don't have a lot of energy.
Hmm.
You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but you didn't really tell me why. Well,
I
did you
don't
wake
really.
up really early today?
I don't know.
We usually have more fun than this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We had more fun last night.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like your
also.
shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, my mom gave me this T-shirt today.
Wow, mom did a good
Yeah,
job. Oh, you saw your mom today.
yeah. I saw my mom today. We watched Friends, and we have this thing where we both have a thing for sweets. So I had a waffle cone with half vanilla and chocolate ice cream, and then we had like little chocolates and things.
Hmm.
And I don't know. We talked for a while, and like I said, we watched Friends, and then The Nanny, and then I came back here. Was supposed to do this, and we're doing this now. And
That's funny.
yeah, I'm kind of also going through, I think, a nicotine withdrawal right now. It's a great time
Oh,
to
is
be
that what
recording.
your problem is?
Mm-hmm.
Why? I thought you said you bought a pen. Why don't you just smoke it?
No, it's bad for me.
Oh, well, then what'd you buy it for?
Girl, because I have, listen, y'all, and come here. Like, I have no control. None. And the hardest part, this is going to be the hardest part. You don't have the money to pay for this shit. It's true. It's true. We, a lot of the times, are in debt because of that reason. It's like in the subconscious, like, girl, telling you, everything is like, it's a fucking, like, rubber band. Like, everything is just kind of intertwined with one another. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
everything's intertwined.
yeah, just like hidden images, seeing repetitive things over and over again, seeing certain colors over and over again, that has imprints in your mind
Yeah, for
permanently.
sure.
Yeah.
Our minds are really strange.
Yeah. They're computers. Like, do you realize that we are run by computers?
What? Because like we like are exposed to computers 24/7? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, so I forgot his name. He's a very famous scientist. It's called a quantum computer. Okay? So they're creating what's called a quantum computer that uses atoms on a particle, like a board, to power this computer. Now, here's the crazy thing: the Mother Nature has been doing quantum computing for thousands of years. Photosynthesis, all of these things, creating molecules, mixing, creating different things. It's just different formulas creating these plants and organisms. And I'm so fucking high right now. I don't give a shit because it's so cool and amazing how life is created from a fucking grass, like, to a flower, to a tree, or to a waterfall. That's
Bunch of
energy, by the
hydrogen
way.
bonds.
Yeah. Waterfalls, by the way, are energy sources because the water's pouring down and crushing against the rocks. There's energy
Yeah.
that's being pushed through that land. Like, there's just this whole ecosystem beneath the surface where all of these things are talking and interacting with one another. Oh my god, is that Louie?
Louis like turned his head around and like actually like sniffed the microphone like intentionally.
He is so tiny. Can we see how little he is? He's so tiny.
Yeah, the microphone's just like in the way.
He's so tiny.
You think he's that little?
He's a little dog. Like, he's not tiny, but like he's small.
And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He's like, put me down, bitch. Like, fucking put me down, bitch. I warn you. I warn you. Put me down.
What are
Put
we
me down.
doing, Louis?
Put me down.
He's such a good boy.
Put me down.
Oh, he's a good boy.
He doesn't want to go down. He doesn't want to go down.
Mommy love you.
Oh! Wow, this podcast got so weird real quick. We're loving our animals on the...
You wanted to see him.
Yes. So adorable. So cute. So fluffy.
That's my dog.
That's your dog, Louie.
Having a dog is wonderful.
Having a cat is atrocious.
I don't know. I always wanted a dog, and I'm glad that I just like did it, even though it didn't really make sense at the time.
I've always wanted a dog, but I ended up with a cat.
I think human beings are like, we need companionship. So cat or dog, it's a good decision.
Yeah. Especially if you can give them like a dope ass fucking costume, like a cape and a little like vampire outfit for the cat, you know?
It
Oh my
sounds
god.
cool.
Totally. I would totally dress up Twixie as a vampire. Be like, hello, don't drink my blood. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Bleh,
I think cats make good
bleh,
vampires.
bleh. Bleh, 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 bleh.
Cats make better vampires because, like, what's the opposite of a vampire? A
What's the
werewolf.
opposite of a vamp? I don't like werewolf. I mean, werewolves are
But
cool. I'm not a big
they're
fan.
the opposite.
Kind of, but I don't know. Werewolves are very overdone. And they're really cool, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'm more like sci-fi. Alien shit.
Mm-hmm.
Love that fucking
No, I
shit.
don't really watch a werewolf or anything like that.
I like aliens and aliens and aliens and
Mm.
and aliens and
Why do you think you like aliens so much?
no, I don't know. I don't know. Girl, I'm telling you, I think my brain just needs to reboot. It's like, it's like a slow
Mm.
process, like
I could take a nap. Yeah, I could take a nap for sure.
who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SquarePants. Still with me,
Aw,
honey. You're not
I'm
even
sorry.
high. Like it's kind of crazy. You're not even high. You're
I'm
just
a little bit high.
you're a little bit high. You're perfectly normal. I'm gone. Girl, I went past cloud 9. I went past cloud 19. I went past cloud 200. I'm like cloud 502. No, 515. No. 530.
Yeah.
Cloud 530.
Five.
530.
People are gonna be like, this podcast is stupid.
I think we should stop, and I keep on telling you.
Okay, fine.
We
Yeah,
should
my mouth
end it.
hurts.
Over.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today.
Not like that, girl. Well, first off, if you love Chris as much as I do, she is a fully licensed esthetician, pug maker, candle lover, and what was the other one? Missing
You
one.
said that backwards. I'm a pug maker and candle lover. It's funny.
I gotta go. But you can find.
I feel so bad. I don't like that you don't feel well, but yeah, go on. Sorry.
You can find her on Instagram at Carissa the Beautiful. If you like what you like, which unfortunately is absolute shit. Oh my god! Please like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Lost the Blue Pod. With that, we love y'all. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see you next week. Big groovy love.
Thank you. Get lost.
Maybe. Bye.